from day one with this RV. Remember, we went to Laconia and broke down.
Everything was broken.
Everything went to shit. Well, now we're not quite a year from Laconia, and well, the rig
It's done.
It's done. It's got frame failure. Hello, YouTube.
Hi, look at our beautiful pasture. Oh, we've got some horses.
Yep, we're in an Airbnb because the last time you probably saw us, current times, it's actually April 21st, 2024. Last time you saw us in current times, we said we might be quitting, or are we quitting, or all of that. And that was kind of a YouTube-ish thing to do. We apologize. We weren't quitting. But if you watched it all the way through...
are we quitting?
And if you watched it all the way through, then you really saw that, yeah, we're not quitting. There's a lot of stuff we still get to put on the channel, too.
But in that video, we were kind of... That was the last hour before we packed the RV up and took it to the dealership.
Right. For service. Because we have the frame failure.
The dreaded frame failure that's all over YouTube and all over Facebook.
So we took it to our dealership. We're not going to mention our dealership's name. They're great. We've got a couple of, we got the service advisor and one of the supervising techs guys. They're helping us out the best they can. They do have some, you know, weight on Grand Designs type stuff, but we have quite a few issues. Everybody knows the generator hadn't worked. It hasn't worked since Laconia, which was way back then. We have some axle issues. I've got the center tire on the triple axles that are totally bald and cupping on just the outside. So there's definitely some alignment or welds or suspension issues there. We have the wall separation. We have the doors that don't actually close because they're not plumb or they're not plumb or
screws coming out of the bedroom slide.
Yeah, we have, well, it looks like the whole slide's coming apart from the frame, which we have a picture she can insert if she's going to do any editing. Remember, we're done editing. You'll get our edited videos, but these talking heads are basically whatever comes out of our damn mouth, and you know we go off 1,000 directions because our brain doesn't work. But anyways, back to the deal we're here for. RV had to go back to the dealership. We took it in on the 3rd.
Sent an email to check on an update, and I got a response.
10th, on the 10th, we got a response. It says, "Good morning, 410 update. We've gotten everything submitted to Grand Designs and working with them on resolution. There are clear indicators that we do have some frame flex in the unit, which warrants further inspection of the frame. We are moving forward with that while Grand Designs is reviewing the other items," which is all the other stuff that we mentioned about the generator, blah, blah, blah. So that being said, we've got to contact Grand Design and get the information from them as to our claim number and what's going on. Our dealership is working with us. Hopefully we can get the communication to a minimum of at least us knowing all sides, both sides, and seeing what it is. Because if we have this documented frame failure, frame flex, frame hocus pocus, whatever it is, the rig is done. At least in our eyes, for safety reasons.
If Grand Design wants to take it back and recertify it, or
Grand Design's got to do their own thing, but it is unsafe to travel down the road. Their fix is to put some gussets in some sheets and re-weld and this and that, which is just kicking the can down the road. It's not going to fix it. The only way to fix it is have Lippard put a new frame that is reinforced, and then put the body back on it, and then fix all the lag bolts that are missing in the unit.
Yeah, we know.
I don't understand why 2 lag bolts when there's 5, 6 holes was either way.
Shortage of lag bolts.
Yeah. They were missing them. And they're the wrong size too. They're too small. They need to be bigger.
We saw this in the boat world and during COVID builds. So
no, we fixed a lot of structural deals with boats and stuff, but that wasn't catastrophic failure structural deals. We would have sent the boat right back to the manufacturer and they would have crushed it.
But we saw them using a lot of like substandard or
alternative
stuff.
Yeah. What I'm against is you putting me and my family in an unsafe environment and, well, charging me $150K for that unsafe environment. And me not even getting a complete year out of that before it is failure. It is now unusable, unsafe to tow down the road. And in the event they do fix it, it's going to happen again.
So, yeah, I mean, our next thing is everybody keeps asking, well, you've already paid for Sturgis. We have wasps, country stuff. Louis, you just walked right into the wasp. Anyway, we've already paid for our space at Sturgis. How are you going to make it a Sturgis? What are you going to do? And honestly, we don't really know. Our options are to see if there's any rentals available that can be delivered. And we ride there, which I'm not against. It'll just take a long time because I can't ride at night. Or I guess we could always get a box trailer and load them up and then just...
We have the truck. We can put them in the truck and go.
Or that. And just
we have a trailer at the shop.
And just drive straight through because then it's only, what, 14 hours? What did Tom do it in?
You're crazy as hell.
Tom did it in some unreasonable amount of time.
Yeah, and it was still 2 days. Yeah, no, you can't just drive straight through to Sturgis from Orlando, Florida.
Anyway, so those are kind of our options.
Yeah, well, we have Sturgis. We'll figure that out. We'll be there. We have to figure out where we go from here. The RV is done.
We're in Airbnbs.
We're in Airbnbs.
30 days.
30 days at a time, which is costing us a fortune. We're still paying for the
lot rent
for the RV. We're still paying for the RV. We're still paying for the insurance.
And storage.
And the only reason we're in the Airbnbs is because our house that we were selling originally,
it rented.
We rented it out a couple of months ago. And
then our other one decided that their brother wanted to.
Yeah, well, they're basically renewing the lease, but the brother's going to take over the lease. It doesn't matter. Yes,
we didn't think we were going to have to Airbnb.
All of our homes that we own are currently somebody else is living in. Technically, it's making some money, but not as much as we're paying to Airbnb.
Yeah.
Because here in Florida, they have Airbnbs for about $3,000 to $4,000 a month.
Yeah, that's what we're finding. And we have dogs, so it makes it exponentially more difficult.
Right.
And expensive.
So we'll get back on that in another video.
Yeah.
In 9 days, we have to get a new Airbnb.
Yep.
And then in less than a month, at the end of that Airbnb, we'll be crossing over to the Bahamas.
And then
when we get back,
we have no idea.
We'll have to find an Airbnb when we get back.
Because the rig's still probably...
Yeah, the rig is probably not going to be done for a while.
We probably should just... I think we should just buy another house so we can turn into a rental at a later date.
At the end of July, which we would come back, I think we come back like the 6th.
Mm-hmm.
So we come back on the 6th from the Bahamas. And then we had basically 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks to leave for Sturgis.
That's we're kind of used to it.
This is the shit show.
This is our life.
From day one with this RV, remember, we went to Laconia and broke down.
Everything was broken.
Everything went to shit. Well, now we're not quite a year from Laconia. And, well, the rig took a shit. It's done. It's got frame failure. The pen box moves ridiculously.
If you want to know more,
it is not safe.
Just go on YouTube and type in Grand Design Frame Flex or frame failure. It's a trigger word for a lot of people. So you'll find
it's a trigger word for you because you have had
Well, I'm
hysterias about this.
I have cried more than a couple times just because from a financial standpoint is what brings me a lot of stress.
Yes.
Even more so
financially,
than having to move.
We're going to let this out in the bag. Financially, this rig originally cost us $147,000. That's with everything. That's basically with the slide toppers, the washer, the dryer, the everything we added to it, all that. We walked out the dealership with a $147,000 bill. And then we financed, I put $40,000 down, and we financed basically $108,000. So we basically owe $100,000 on it. And now it's a lawn ornament, and cannot go down the road or do what it was said it could do when we purchased it.
Hi, bud.
So Grand Designs is definitely going to have to figure it out, or we will figure out what we have to do with Grand Designs so that they figure it out.
We're not the only ones. So, but yeah, I think that's kind of sums it up for right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. We've shed tears. I've shed tears.
I've shed tears.
I've shed tears.
No tears. Some anger. I have shed some anger, and probably will still shed some anger.
I've tried to be really nice.
I got hornswoggled.
So anyway, that's it for now. We will give y'all another update when we know something else about the RV situation.
We will constantly give you updates because we are going to document everything about the RV, and we will literally have these talking heads about the RV and whatever else comes out of our mouths, because that's what we're notorious for. Just talking.
Just talking. All right. That's why they call them talking heads.
I know this. But we never stay on track.
But that's okay. That's who we are.
That's who you are.
No, you're just
Peace.
as bad. Bye,
like,
guys.
subscribe.